Our next speaker is Natalie Haynes. Natalie is a registered psychotherapist in private practice, training consultant, and speaker. She is the mother to 2 beautiful children and wife to 1 handsome husband. Natalie loves an empty dance floor, a great DJ with her best friends and sisters. Her audience is organizational leaders and entrepreneurs focused on creating inclusive connections across difference. Her speech title, Have Comfortable Conversations About Race.
Please put your hands together and help us welcome Natalie Haynes.
I want you to try an experiment. Bring your attention to your body. Notice how your body feels sitting in your chair. Feel your feet firmly planted on the ground. Take a deep breath. Now, look around this audience and find someone of a different race that you're a little curious about. Imagine getting up, walking over to them, and starting a conversation about race. Now scan your body. What are you sensing? Maybe you're feeling a little fluttering in your chest, or your throat just tightened, or maybe you suddenly have the urge to get up and run to the bathroom. If you can relate, you're not alone. Most people don't feel comfortable having a conversation about race, but I want you to know that it's possible. In my work, I get to be with people as they experience these moments of possibility. I teach a course called the Comfortable Race Conversation Process, where people experientially learn how to have conversations about race with other races. It's not actually comfortable, not at first anyway, but transformation does happen, and it starts with you noticing what's uncomfortable within you. I remember one of these moments from my program. It was our final session of 6. My screen was filled with little squares of participants from different backgrounds. A hand went up. It was Laura. She's an HR director in her organization. She was energetic, engaged. She asked a lot of questions with a bit of a raspy voice. And she hadn't yet been as vulnerable in the group. She took a deep breath and she said, I had a conversation with one of my employees and I think I said the wrong thing. The group fell silent. I imagine that whatever she was about to say next was not easy for her, but necessary. I said, what happened? What did you say? Laura said, well, I have a new employee, Ngozi. She's new to Canada from Nigeria. I was getting to know her. I was telling her about our organization, her new role, and she mentioned Nigeria, and I said, oh, you must be here to build a better life. But then the expression on her face changed, and I felt a sensation that just didn't sit right with me. I said, well, you don't actually know if being in Canada is better for her. Laura seemed to check inside. Yeah, that's what I felt. I made an assumption. A week later, Laura called me. She was excited. She said, Natalie, I have to tell you something. I said, what? Tell me. Laura said, well, I went back to Ngozi and I said, last week we had a conversation and I realized I made an assumption about you. I don't actually know if being in Canada is better for you. I'm so sorry. My comment was not okay. Ngozi said, well, yes. In Nigeria, we had everything. A beautiful life with our family and friends. We had more wealth there than we do now. We even had a nanny that helped us take care of our 4 children. Because of the unrest back home, we made the choice to leave. At that moment, the veil of the stereotype lifted, and Laura clearly saw Ngozi as if for the first time. Laura said, Natalie, after I apologized, she kept saying, it's okay, as if she was trying to make me feel better. I said, no, I was wrong. I am so sorry. And then I looked in her eyes, and Ngozi had tears in them. And she looked at me and said, thank you for recognizing your comment. And then she hugged me. I could hear the tears in Laura's voice. What a beautiful moment of connection between two humans that we don't often see, all because Laura was willing to have a conversation about race. Imagine what that moment was like for Ngozi, especially with her new boss. I imagine she felt the warmth that moves through you when someone gets it wrong with you and has the courage to acknowledge how they made you feel. Having a comfortable conversation about race starts with you. Laura practiced slowing down so she could hear the wisdom of her body. She was present with herself and Ngozi. So when she made that quick comment, she instantly felt her impact. And with self-compassion, she dug out that limiting stereotype that was buried in her subconscious that she didn't even believe. Laura made the uncomfortable comfortable and had a conversation about race. And when she did, she saw the strength, bravery, and conviction of a woman that risked everything for her family. And Ngozi felt the experience of her whole self being seen. We're not at fault for the limiting stories that we've unconsciously absorbed. We have the ability to respond to the discomfort. Make the uncomfortable comfortable. Have a comfortable conversation about race. And let's change the world, one conversation at a time. Thank you.